What if I told you that within you lies the power to develop a mind so resilient, so unwavering, that no matter the storm, you remain unshaken? Imagine facing every challenge, every obstacle, not as something to fear, but as an opportunity to grow stronger. What if failure wasn't a reason to quit, but a reason to rise, to push harder? This isn't just wishful thinking. This is the mindset of unstoppable mental toughness, a mind cultivated with intention, a mind like the ones Buddhists have trained for centuries, a mind that sees discomfort as the path to awakening and adversity as fuel for strength. In today's video, we're not just talking about developing mental toughness. We're diving into 7 powerful lessons that will forever change how you think, feel, and act when life gets hard. These teachings will show you how to train your mind to never give up, no matter how many times you fall or how impossible the journey may seem. Ready to build a mind that never breaks? Let's unlock the secrets to becoming unshakable. 1. Train your mind to see challenges as opportunities. One of the most transformative shifts you can make in your life is this. See every challenge not as a threat, but as a teacher. In Buddhist philosophy, life's difficulties aren't obstacles. They're the very moments that mold us into wiser, stronger, and more compassionate beings. Challenges are not meaningless. They're not random. They're essential. When you're in the middle of a storm, rather than getting frustrated or defeated, ask, what is this teaching me? How can I grow stronger from this? Every challenge holds a lesson. If you approach life as a student, you'll begin to see hardship as a stepping stone, not a dead end. So when you're faced with setbacks, whether in your personal or professional life, don't ask, why me? Instead, reframe it. What strength is being called out of me right now? This shift in mindset won't make pain disappear, but it will give it purpose. Suddenly, discomfort becomes part of the training, part of the transformation. By embracing challenges as opportunities, you move your focus from what you're losing to what you're learning. Life no longer feels like something to survive. It becomes something to master. 2. Cultivate unshakable belief in yourself. Mental toughness begins with this: belief, not in the world, not in luck, in yourself. Buddhism teaches that our self-doubt is often rooted in misunderstanding our true nature. We think we're weak, incapable, or not enough because we've forgotten who we are. Too many of us rely on external validation. We wait for someone to tell us we're worthy instead of realizing we already are. True confidence doesn't come from applause. It comes from within, from the quiet knowing that you can handle whatever life throws your way. This isn't arrogance. It's not pretending you're invincible. It's trust. Trust in your capacity to rise, to adapt, and to grow. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to believe that you are capable of growth. Through mindfulness and meditation, Buddhism teaches us to observe our thoughts without identifying with them. You begin to see your doubts and fears as passing clouds, not permanent truths. And when you stop fearing failure, you begin to embrace it as part of the path. Setbacks don't mean weakness. They mean progress. With self-belief, you take risks. You try again. You stretch beyond your comfort zone. You stop waiting for certainty and start walking with courage. This belief becomes your foundation. No matter what lies ahead, you know you can handle it. 3. Focus on progress, not perfection. If you want mental toughness, let go of perfection. In today's fast-paced world, we hold ourselves to impossible standards and feel crushed when we don't meet them. But perfection is an illusion. It's a moving target that keeps us stuck in fear. Buddhism offers a liberating truth. Life is a process of becoming, not achieving. Growth doesn't come from doing it right. It comes from doing it again, a little better each time. Every step forward matters, even the small, imperfect ones. When you let go of the need to be perfect, you free yourself to take action, to experiment, to fall, and to rise again. No one becomes resilient overnight. Mental toughness is built in the moments you choose progress over paralysis. So take the step, make the effort, learn the lesson. Flawless actions or ideal outcomes are illusions. The path to personal growth lies not in perfection, but in steady, consistent progress. A mind that never quits is built on this mindset shift, one where every effort, no matter how small, is seen as a victory. When you focus on progress, you begin to appreciate the journey instead of obsessing over the destination. Let's say you're working toward a long-term goal, whether it's improving your fitness, advancing your career, or learning a new skill. The most important thing isn't how fast you get there, it's that you keep moving forward. Even the smallest steps, taken consistently, lead to powerful transformation. Instead of measuring success by perfection, ask yourself, am I moving in the right direction? Am I learning and growing with each experience? Buddhism invites us to embrace a beginner's mind, an attitude of openness and curiosity, rather than clinging to expectations of perfection. When we adopt this mindset, we stop fearing failure. Mistakes are no longer signs of inadequacy, but essential parts of progress. By releasing the need to be perfect, we give ourselves the freedom to try, stumble, and improve. This shift cultivates a resilient, persistent mindset, one that sees setbacks as stepping stones, not stop signs. A mind focused on progress doesn't quit. It keeps going, no matter how difficult the journey. 4. Learn to embrace discomfort. One of the most vital aspects of mental toughness is learning to befriend discomfort. Discomfort, whether physical, emotional, or mental, is inevitable. We all encounter moments when we feel stretched beyond what we think we can handle. But in Buddhism, discomfort isn't a punishment, it's a teacher. It signals that we are evolving, expanding, and breaking old limits. While the modern world often encourages us to seek comfort and avoid pain, doing so can rob us of the opportunity to grow. When we embrace discomfort, we begin to build true strength. The practice of mindfulness teaches us how to sit with discomfort without being consumed by it. Instead of reacting or running, we learn to observe our experience, its sensations, its emotions, its stories. Over time, this builds emotional stability and mental clarity. For example, if you're training your body and feel sore or exhausted, remember, this isn't a sign to stop. It's your body adapting, transforming. The same applies to studying, pursuing change, or building a new habit. Discomfort means you're pushing boundaries, and that's where growth lives. By choosing to lean into discomfort, you cultivate the inner fortitude to stay on course, even when things are hard. Discomfort becomes your training ground. The more you practice staying with it, the more you build a mind that is unshakable. 5. Develop a relentless routine of discipline. Mental toughness isn't something you stumble into. It's built, brick by brick, through discipline. Discipline isn't about harshness or deprivation. It's about honoring your values through consistent, intentional action. It's the quiet decision to show up again and again, no matter how you feel. In Buddhism, discipline is deeply intertwined with mindfulness. It's the daily commitment to show up for your practice, to nurture your path, and to align your actions with your higher self. Discipline isn't a punishment, it's devotion. A disciplined mind resists the pull of distractions. It chooses what serves long-term growth over short-term pleasure. It structures time, energy, and attention around what truly matters. Whether it's morning meditation, breathwork, mindful movement, or nourishing rituals, your routine becomes your foundation. And when your foundation is strong, your mind can weather any storm. Progress may feel slow, results may not appear overnight, but the daily effort compounds. Each choice to return to your practice builds momentum, clarity, and resilience. A mind trained in discipline doesn't need motivation to act. It acts out of purpose. Even when doubt creeps in, even when others question your path, A disciplined mind keeps going, rooted, focused, and unwavering. Over time, this relentless rhythm transforms your life and forges a mind that never quits. You are not meant to give up when times get tough. Over time, your routine becomes second nature, and mental toughness becomes part of who you are. Discipline is the secret weapon that fuels resilience. It's not about achieving perfection or forcing yourself to be strong all the time. It's about showing up consistently, doing the work, trusting that every small effort adds up to something powerful. With a relentless routine of discipline, you develop a mind that can weather any storm and keep going no matter what. 6. Cultivate emotional control. The ability to manage your emotions is one of the most critical aspects of building a mind that never quits. Emotional control does not mean suppressing your feelings or pretending they don't exist. It means learning how to observe your emotions without letting them control your actions or disrupt your progress. In Buddhism, emotional mastery is rooted in mindfulness, conscious, compassionate awareness of what you're feeling, without judgment. You learn to acknowledge your emotions, allow them to rise, and let them pass, without becoming them. Emotions are part of being human. Frustration, anger, sadness, fear, anxiety, they all visit. But the key to mental resilience lies in how we respond. Reacting impulsively gives our emotions the steering wheel. Responding mindfully allows us to choose clarity over chaos. Imagine facing a stressful situation. Instead of panicking, mindfulness gives you space to pause, breathe, and assess the moment. That pause is your power. That breath is your anchor. By practicing emotional control, you stop letting negative emotions derail your progress. Instead of being consumed by fear, you learn to move with it. Instead of letting anger cloud your judgment, you choose calm. You remain centered, even when the world around you isn't. This doesn't mean bottling things up. It means honoring your emotions, then deciding how you want to act, rather than being a slave to temporary feelings. Let's say you're working toward a goal and hit a setback. You feel disappointed, maybe even defeated. That's natural. But emotional control means you don't let those feelings define your response. You recognize the setback, feel the emotion, and then keep moving forward. In Buddhist philosophy, there's a powerful practice called equanimity, a calm, balanced mind that isn't swayed by highs or lows. It's not indifference, it's clarity. It's the ability to meet both joy and pain with the same steady heart. And how do you build this calm center? Through meditation. By sitting in stillness, watching your thoughts and feelings rise and fall without reacting, you develop emotional strength. You learn your patterns, your triggers, and slowly you gain the tools to respond with wisdom, not impulse. As your practice deepens, your emotional landscape becomes less chaotic and more grounded. Your emotions no longer hijack your mind. Instead, they become signals, messengers, tools you can use, not forces that use you. This is the heart of emotional resilience, staying calm when storms come, staying focused when distractions tempt, and staying soft even when life feels hard. 7. Never give up, even when you feel like it. The final and most essential lesson in building a mind that never quits is this: do not give up, even when everything in you wants to. Perseverance in Buddhism is not about grinding through pain just to complete a task. It's a sacred practice, a commitment to growth, a devotion to the path, even when it's steep. True strength is born in moments of darkness, when quitting feels like relief. But something deeper in you says, not yet. Keep going. Buddhism teaches us that all things are impermanent. No emotion, no pain, no hardship lasts forever. This awareness is a lifeline when you're at your lowest. When everything feels unbearable, remind yourself, this is just a moment. This too shall pass. Sometimes the most powerful shift comes in the very next step, right after you wanted to quit. Growth often hides inside struggle. Pain sharpens purpose. Frustration deepens wisdom. Instead of seeing your challenges as obstacles, see them as invitations, portals to deeper strength. This mindset transforms your entire journey. You stop running from difficulty. You walk through it, head high, heart steady. When you're tempted to give up, ask, "What is life trying to teach me here?" Every challenge holds a lesson, every failure a seed of transformation. By shifting your focus from the weight of the struggle to the wisdom inside it, you reclaim your power. This is what builds a mind that never quits. Not the absence of difficulty, but the presence of perseverance. Not perfection, but purpose. Not constant motivation, but steady devotion. Even if you stumble, even if you crawl, keep going. You are not meant to break. You are meant to rise, your progress against others. But comparison is a distraction disguised as motivation. In Buddhism, comparison stems from the ego, which constantly seeks validation and worth by measuring against the external world. But your path is your own. No one else has your exact experiences, dreams, or timeline. When you compare yourself to others, you lose sight of your vision and drain your energy chasing illusions that don't serve your purpose. Instead, turn your focus inward. Ask yourself, am I better than I was yesterday? Am I staying true to my values and vision? That is the only comparison that matters. Your growth is sacred, and it unfolds in its own time. To deepen this focus, practice mindful awareness throughout your day. Take regular pauses to reconnect with your vision. Reflect on why your goals matter. Write down your intentions each morning. Meditate on your purpose. These simple acts anchor your mind and help you remain centered, even when life pulls you in different directions. Remember, distractions are not just external, they also arise from within: doubt, fear, impatience. When these arise, don't resist them. Observe them. See them for what they are: temporary mental weather. Let them pass. Your job is not to eliminate distractions, but to strengthen your ability to return to focus again and again. In moments when your energy wanes or the path feels unclear, return to your why. The vision that stirs your heart, the purpose that lights your soul. This is your compass. Let it guide your thoughts, decisions, and actions. With unwavering focus, you become unstoppable, not because obstacles disappear, but because you no longer allow them to shake your direction. You build a mind that never quits, because your vision is more powerful than any setback. Focus is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. Guard it, nurture it, live it. 8. Cultivate unwavering focus on your vision. The 8th lesson in developing a mind that never quits is the power of cultivating unwavering focus on your vision. Focus is the silent force that carries us through chaos, doubt, and distraction. Without it, we scatter our energy. With it, we become unstoppable. In Buddhism, the mind is likened to a river. It can either flow freely, guided by clarity and purpose, or become muddied with distractions, fears, and uncertainty. When you focus on your vision, you choose to direct that flow with intention. You cut through the noise. You sharpen your awareness. You move forward step by step with precision and purpose. Mindfulness is the gateway to this kind of focus. When you become fully present, fully engaged in each moment, you pour all your mental energy into the task at hand. Whether you're working toward a dream, overcoming a setback, or navigating the unknown, mindfulness keeps you rooted and resilient. The first step toward unwavering focus is to define your vision clearly. Know what you want and why it matters. This vision becomes your compass. It points you in the right direction, even when the road disappears beneath your feet. Once your vision is clear, align your goals and actions with it. Let every choice you make be a deliberate step in its direction. Avoid the trap of aimless busyness. Choose intention over impulse, clarity over clutter. But perhaps the greatest challenge to focus in today's world is comparison. Social media, constant updates, curated successes, it all creates an illusion of perfection and progress that isn't real. Buddhism teaches that comparison is rooted in ego. It fuels dissatisfaction and clouds your path. True mental strength arises when you stop measuring your journey against others and start honoring your own growth. You are not here to be better than anyone. You are here to become the fullest version of you. To stay focused, you must also manage distractions. Create an environment that nurtures concentration. Turn off unnecessary notifications, set digital boundaries, carve out sacred time for deep work. These small acts of discipline become a sanctuary for your focus. In protecting your attention, you protect your power. Still, focus is not a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. There will be days when you lose sight of your vision, when the noise grows loud and motivation dims. That's okay. The path to focus is built through consistent redirection. Gently return to your purpose again and again. Buddhism reminds us progress is not about perfection. It's about persistence. Every small effort, every quiet act of devotion to your vision moves you forward. Even when it feels like you're going nowhere, you're strengthening your resolve. When you cultivate unwavering focus, you build a mind that cannot be easily shaken. You move through life with purpose, direction, and clarity. And no matter how difficult the journey becomes, your vision becomes your anchor. It keeps you grounded. It keeps you going. And with this kind of focus, you build not only progress, but power, the power of a mind that never quits.